everyone, I'm back. Did you miss me? I don't think you missed me because you probably saw my music video last week, so I'm pretty sure that it wasn't too bad for you. Yeah, we're back with the 7 days videos. Oh, this video was actually crazy. Don't ask me why I had this idea. I was just like, there must be more colors in this world that can be eaten. I mean, technically also, the colors that I ate in this video, they're not really colors. I just called them colors, but obviously they're not colors. I did film a video where I ate colors for 7 days straight before, where I ate like red, green, pink, like all of those girlies. But now, for this video, I wanted to challenge myself. Heck yeah. So we're eating unconventional colors today. We're eating non-colors today. We're eating, I don't even know what to call it. What am I gonna call this video? I don't know yet. Tell me. Also, I dyed my hair. Did you see? I don't know if I like it, to be honest. Like in this economy, not sure I know. It's like a strawberry blonde-ish, but I feel like it doesn't even look like remotely pink in this setup. I'm sad about that. Guys, if you didn't know yet, I actually dropped my album Strawberry last week. The album is out in the world. The Strawberry is with the people right now. It's been a crazy week, and it actually has been a crazy freaking year. I started writing on Strawberry basically right after my last album. I'm just really proud of it. It's fun, it's stupid, but it's also kind of like vulnerable in some spots. I would very much appreciate it if you could just give it a listen and see if you like it. And then also in 2 weeks I'm gonna go on my freaking Europe tour. It's going very fast. I also literally have rehearsals every day now until the tour starts. I think it's gonna be really great and really cool. So if you didn't get your tickets yet, I think now is the time. Trust me, it will be an experience. The Strawberry on stage will be just as good as the Broccoli on stage. I'm coming to Prague, I'm coming to Kraków, I'm coming to Stuttgart, Berlin, Cologne, Hamburg, Paris, Manchester, London, and even Budapest. Tickets you can get like everywhere on Live Nation, Eventim, Ticketmaster, and the link is also in the description. And now let's get into my week that I spent. Oh girl, that was the craziest eating week that I've ever had, I think. Like, yes, I know that I also ate instant ramen for a whole week and certain mukbangers, which has also been crazy. But this video right here, on some of those days, I'm gonna admit I went to bed hungry. Not because I didn't find anything that I could eat, but a lot of the things were just not edible. That's enough of an intro. I think we should just get started with my 7 days week of eating weird, unconventional colors. Let's see what will happen. For the 7-day challenge, we need to set the rules a little bit, I feel like. Obviously, on each day, depending on the color, I can just eat that color. I'm not allowed to add any sauces that are a different color. I'm not allowed to eat something just because the packaging has a certain color. If something is inevitable, for example, if I bake something and then it turns brown somewhere, it's okay. But if it's inevitable in the sense of I could boil something instead of pan frying it, then it's inevitable. That's all the rules that we're gonna use for this week. And now let's get into it. For my first unconventional color, I thought I'm gonna start easy. At least that's what I thought before I started this day. And I wanted to go with white. My thought for breakfast in the morning was, what is the whitest thing that I could think of? A cloud. And then I remembered that there was actually one TikTok trend once upon a time. Cloud bread. Do you guys remember? I actually made it on my channel. Of course I did. I think I made it like a blue one, but obviously it's basically white. It basically just consists of egg whites and sugar. So as you just gotta use the egg whites, you're gonna separate your eggs. I think I used 3 or 4. Yes! Then you're gonna beat your egg whites. You also know how that works on this channel. Then midway of beating your eggs, you're gonna add a tablespoon of cornstarch. This is very important. This is what's gonna make it bready, I think. I mean, it looks like I made whipped cream. I think this looks amazing. can't wait to bake my bread. Oh, and while my bread is baking, I also made my kefir. If you don't know what that is, it's... Oh, damn. How do I describe this? It's been very trendy, actually, recently, because the health people on TikTok, they're like, oh, it's gonna cure your guts and your bowel and everything. It's good for you, because it's like fermented milk, basically, and you do it with kefir grains. It's gonna ferment your milk overnight, like for 24 hours, and this is what I'm also gonna have with it, because it's white. I basically have this every morning. My mom gave me kefir grains, and it's the best. It's much better than buying it at the grocery store. Let me tell you that. It's more work, obviously. It's cheaper. Okay, enough babbling about kefir. All right, and here is my cloud bread. Yes, of course, it looks brown from the outside, but come on. From the inside, it is pure white. White. Bitches. And I'm not gonna waste like the outside. I did eventually like cut it open so it looks white, but I ate everything. Oh, I also spread some cream cheese on it because I thought I want like a nice white spread. And honestly, that was so bomb. I still remember that I like the cloud bread. I don't know how I couldn't like cloud bread because it's literally just sugar, egg whites. It's nice. It's really good. It has lots of protein as well. Love that for us. Very healthy breakfast. I don't know. I love this. Also, I felt really sick afterwards. Like I finished this whole bread and I wasn't well, but you're going to see this happening a lot of times in this video. So for lunch, I found dumplings. Kung Fu Juicy Bao is what they're called. Love that name. It says they're minced pork and filled with broth, so I assumed that it's kind of like xiaolongbao, like soup dumplings, but not sure because it didn't actually say xiaolongbao on the packaging, at least not in German. And I just put these little bad boys in my rice cooker because there's also a steamer in there. Love that for me. Looking good and ready. Are we ready? I think we're ready. The only thing is I didn't think about how they would look after they were steamed, because obviously when they were frozen they were white, and when they were steamed they were kind of more on the beige side. My bad. I was trying to improvise then, so I added lots of mayo to make it whiter and also ranch. Guys, I'm sorry, I can't eat them with soy sauce, obviously, because soy sauce is brown, so I just had to add all the white sauces. And also I added some... Oh damn, That's horrible. I purposely forgot what I did on the wet day. I just don't want to talk about it. Yeah, so we're also adding cottage freaking cheese. But again, we're getting our protein. Oh, and I also had this little pickled garlic to go with it. It was very nice. A very nice little something extra. Honestly, this was not bad though. I know it seems like an odd combination of sauces, but it wasn't bad. It was good. The dumplings were okay. Obviously, I had better ones. These are just frozen ones. Mayo, cottage cheese, ranch. It's working. Kind of. Yeah, that was my lunch. And then a little bit later, I wanted a snack. And I've been to my Go Asia. So I found these rice puff snacks. At least that's what it said on the packaging. Oh, and don't mind me crying. I was watching The Office. I know it's not a show for crying, but the people that know, they know when it's time to cry. I don't want to spoil anything, but like, whew, that was a tough episode. Also, it was tough because these snacks were disgusting. I'm sorry. It was oddly like salty and sweet at the same time, and just a very weird mixture of flavors. I don't know. Usually I do like sweet with salty, but this one, it just really didn't work for me, so I just had 2 of those. And then I wasn't satisfied, so I also had some Raffaello. I don't know why I say it like that. Usually in Germany we say Raffaello. So for dinner, I want you to breathe for a second. I want you to mentally prepare for what I'm about to do, because I feel like nobody is ready. I'm not even ready to look at the footage again. I don't want to see this. Let me take you along on my thought process for dinner. Originally, I wanted to eat like a bao bun situation, because you know those bao buns, they're kind of white, but I didn't have so much time that day, so I didn't have time to actually make them myself, and I don't know where to get them, to be honest. I didn't find them at my Go Asia. So I was thinking, why not use a substitute for a bao bun, which could be like a yeast ball. Hefeklöße. I know it's obviously not the same as a bao bun. I'm not trying to whiteify a bao bun here. I'm just working with what I got. And these Hefeklöße, they have been a staple of my childhood. My grandma always used to make them with chocolate sauce. And I know like bao buns are also like yeasty buns. Hefeklöße, they're yeasty buns. We're gonna make Hefeklöße. But before I make my yeast buns, we're gonna make the topping for my yeast buns. I decided I'm gonna cook some chicken. And the thing with chicken chicken is, yes, it is white, but only if you cook it, not if you pan fry it, then it's gonna get brown, you know. We're not doing that. We're eating only white food. I wanted to find a way of still trying to make my chicken taste good, even though I'm just boiling it in water. Never done this before, but I experimented, okay? I did add some onions, some garlics, a little bit of rosemary, some bay leaves, lots of salt. I also didn't want to add any like bouillon or chicken stock because I knew that this was gonna dye my chicken yellow, so we're gonna stay away from that. This I just brought to a boil and then I let it cook on medium or low heat actually for a couple of minutes. Don't look, please. I overcooked it. It looks so tough. It was so tough. Like I said, I didn't have a lot of time, so we're actually going to make our yeast buns in the microwave. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Mom. She hates when I use the microwave. The packaging said it's fine. You could technically make them in the microwave. They're just chilling in there, okay? Then I tried to think of another topping that we can put on our yeast bun. It's mozzarella. Mozzarella has made the cut. So we're gonna cut open our yeast bun and pretend it's a burger. I'm gonna put some mozzarella on it, and then I also put it into the microwave again so the mozzarella would melt. Then we're gonna add the chicken. Then obviously my white sauces. This time I'm just adding mayo. I do not want to talk about this burger. This is the most cursed chicken burger you ever see in your whole life. Well, we have no other choice than to eat this cursed burger. It was as bad as it looked. I'll cut it a little bit of slack. The flavor was not horrible. The texture was the bad part actually, because the yeast buns, they didn't really properly defrost in the microwave. Or they did. They just stayed very hard in the center. Not frozen, but they were hard and chewy. I overcooked the fuck out of this chicken. It was absolutely horrible. It didn't taste like much like my concoction of spices and garlic and stuff. It didn't do anything. Maybe it could have done something if I hadn't overcooked the chicken, but that's something we'll never find out. Absolutely hated this day with my guts. The breakfast was okay, but why did I think why it was gonna be an easy day to start with? Like, I did eventually finish my bao buns. Like, I did eat it up. I had no other choice. Okay, I was really hungry. Yeah, it's what it is. I wanted like a last treat of the day, and I found this custard mochi that did look very white on the packaging, but when I unpacked it, it looked more yellow. Like, the outside was very translucent and the inside was yellow. I still ate it because I didn't want to waste it. It was kind of not good though. Like, it tastes kind of lemony, but like not in a good way. So after this white day, I really felt like I needed to recover. For this one, I really wanted to pick a color that I thought was going to be easy. So we're going to carry on with... When I brainstormed, there were so many brown things that came to my mind, like even chocolate. I could just eat chocolate the whole day and I'd be fine, you know? At least I have something to eat. That is not cursed. I was really thinking I cannot do wrong with this day. So we're gonna go crazy. We're gonna live my dream and we're gonna have brownies for breakfast. Because I cannot not have brownies on my brown day, because it literally has the word in its name. Yeah, I just made these quick ones from Alnatura. What is the brand? I don't know. Brownies for breakfast, bitches. That's the life. Actually, I also didn't have much time that day because I had to go to the dentist with Taco after anyway. So I made brownies quick and dirty.
Hallo, du bist so klein. Nicht du, ich rede mit Taco.
The brownies were actually very good for these type of brownies, like for instant brownies basically.
Hey.
It's not framing my face the way it should be.
2 + 2 = 4.
That was great. I would do that again. Then, like I said, I had to go to the dentist with Taco. Here he's sitting. Ah, my poor little baby. He's fine, by the way. It turns out he didn't even have to get any teeth out because his teeth were fine. Some other vet said that he probably has teeth issues because he was like salivating, and then I was like, oh my god, no, something's maybe wrong. And you know, with cats you never know if they actually have something with their teeth because there's this thickness. Well, I don't know what it's called in English, but like it's basically very bad teeth issues that you can't see from the outside, so you have to do an x-ray, and for that you will have to put your cat under anesthesia. It's a big thing, but rather do it than not, because you never know if your cat might live with the worst pain of their life for their whole life, because they can't tell you. Anyway, literal rant over. Just take care of your cat, please. While I was waiting for Taco to be done and be picked up, I actually walked around a little bit because I had nothing to do. I was thinking I need like my little lunch because it was already quite late. late and I was getting a little hungry. So I found a Rewe close by and I was just looking for brown stuff. And then I was just romanticizing the moment. I was like, the sun is shining. It's not too cold. We're slowly getting spring. I saw myself in a park, just chilling on a bench and just enjoying my food from Rewe. It's not very parky in here. Where am I? Gorgeous. Where can I sit? The problem was there was like literally nothing there. Bro, I just want to eat my Laugenstange and meatballs. What the fuck is this? I literally walked around for like an hour until I found a spot where I can sit down. But then honestly, it was quite peaceful. I had my Laugenstange, I had my frikadellen, I had some time alone with myself in the nature of it all. It was actually quite cute.
Roll up inside, wanna taste the strawberry.
Green strawberry, somebody. My album is out. It's really good. It's good. Come to my tour. It's a Europe tour. Everyone in this village. Gonna be really cool. I love this. I also bought some dates. They're brown. If you didn't know. Time to get taco. So for dinner, I had an amazing idea. When I think of brown, I literally think of jjajangmyeon, which is black bean noodles, Korean black bean noodles, and they're so good. So I'm going to show you how I make my jjajangmyeon. I'm going to peel and cut up a potato and also some zucchini. Oh, also an onion. Depends on how much onion you want in there. Then you're gonna pan fry everything a little bit. It doesn't need to be cooked through. It's just for just giving it a little something. It's gonna boil in the sauce later. Then I bought this black bean paste. You can just get them at your local Asian grocery store. And after you pan fried your vegetables for a little bit, you're gonna create a circle. And in the center, you're gonna put the black bean paste. I think it was like a quarter cup. Pan fry the black bean paste a little bit in the center. Like it needs to get a little roasted, and then you're gonna mix all of it together and add some water. I already added a little bit of salt and pepper, and then you basically want to bring it to a boil and, well, let it simmer for a little bit. Yes, my lid for my pan. I have no lid for my pan, so this is what I had to deal with. After it's been simmering for 10 minutes maybe, you're gonna prepare your starch mixture because we're gonna make it like thicker. I think this is like 2 teaspoons of potato starch mixed with some water, cold water, and then you're gonna put it in. And also now you can make your noodles. Depends on what noodles you have. There are actual jjajangmyeon noodles, but you can also use udon noodles, ramen noodles, whatever you want. I had udon noodles. It was not the best idea to basically put them in there. I should have put them in earlier when there was still a bit more water, but I also didn't want them to overcook. They are already cooked. They just stuck together. Anyway, long talk, no sense. This is my jjajangmyeon. I garnished it with cucumber. I don't know why. There was like a brain fart in my head. I forgot that I was only eating brown things that day, so just ignore the cucumber. Oh, actually, am I allowed to eat? Yeah, I'm allowed to eat the cucumber. It's not brown, but it will be in a second. I also made some for Vincent, and we really enjoyed this. Vincent added a bit more garlic powder. I think, honestly, garlic would be great in this, but this is like the typical way of how I make it, and I think it's also the typical Korean recipe. You can obviously adjust it to your liking, but it was really good. I really enjoyed this dinner. It was great. Filling, delicious. Hammermäßig. And then for dessert, I found this vegan chocolate pudding, which I already know. It's bomb. I love this pudding. It's so funny because you don't even have to refrigerate it. I think it's probably with like coconut. I don't know. It's really good. It's my favorite chocolate pudding out there. Next, we're gonna carry on with another color that I thought was gonna be quite easy, which is beige. I think beige food is actually quite trendy nowadays. Like it is a thing. For example, everything fried, it's beige. I know like people actually have beige diets. They just eat beige food, and that's why I was thinking this day can't be so hard because I'm literally just gonna eat fried food all day. Not the healthiest thing, but probably not difficult. So I started my day with this Korean style corn dog that I found at my Go Asia and some fries. That was my breakfast. That was my lunch. I had like a late breakfast basically. And I also made my beige sauce, which was mayo and sweet mustard. I think it was pretty accurate. This was quite beige. You could also consider brown, but cut me some slack here. Yeah, sometimes you just have to have fries and a corn dog for breakfast. It's sometimes just a good solution. The corn dogs were good. They were actually veggie. I didn't even know that. Well, the sausage in there, it was like a not so good veggie sausage, but the corn dog itself, it was not bad, especially if you dip it in some sauce. It was great. It was a great breakfast/lunch. Oh, and here I'm also filming the other beige thing in my life. I'm not gonna eat that one, don't worry. Then as a snack, I found these. Honestly, they just look like smacks, like this honey puff cereal situation. And turns out they actually tasted the exact same. It's basically those just stuck together as a bar.
I need milk with this.
It was okay. And for dinner, I was thinking we're gonna get fried food again, but like a little bit of variation. I was thinking I want to make a fish finger burger. Filet o fish time, but at home. For that, I put some croquetten in the air fryer. What do you call croquetten? Like potato balls. And also some chicken fingers, and like halfway put in my burger with the cheese. Unfortunately, in my air fryer, the cheese flew off.
Oh no! This always fucking happens in this air fryer. The wind blows my cheese off. Oh, that's gonna be a nightmare to clean.
At least my croquetten are a little bit cheesy, I guess. And then the most important part was I didn't want a dry burger, so I again tried myself at a fish suitable sauce that is beige. First off, we're gonna put yogurt. We're gonna put cream cheese. We're gonna put some remoulade. And then my life hack, just put sweet mustard in there because it's gonna make it look beige. Honestly, it didn't really look beige, so I also added some HP sauce. The UK people, they know I love HP sauce. Not sure if it was the right pick for this sauce though.
This is beige. I just don't know what it tastes like now because I put a lot of interesting things in it.
So here I am just assembling everything. So this is my dinner. Honestly, kind of a good dinner. I love a good at-home fish burger. The sauce was fine. It was obviously a bit different than I usually were to make it. Very sweet. It was an okay burger. Definitely better than my chicken burger. And since the cheese in the air fryer flew off, it flew onto some of the potato balls. So I had like cheesy potato balls, which was nice. I had it with some pineapple juice because in my head it was beige, but honestly it's more yellow. Let's just ignore that, okay? Oh yeah, and I needed to eat a late night snack. And for this one, I chose waffles. I think this is the most beige sweet thing that you can find with some peanut butter on top. This is so beige. It actually looks kind of gross. It was a bit dry, but okay as a late night snack. The beige day was okay. Guys, it is time to do a crazy day again. We've been getting off easy with the brown and the beige food, but now it's time to challenge ourselves again. We're gonna get into gold. There's not so much gold food in this world, if you think about it. We started the day with golden milk. I don't know if you know it. It's a very healthy milk. It has all the great benefits because you're gonna add your milk of choice. You're gonna add some turmeric. Make sure you don't get it all over your hands because it's gonna stay there for a while. Obviously some ginger, a ginger cat.
Golden cat. Oh, can I eat you? I want to eat you. You're so golden.
Don't actually put it in your milk. Bring your milk to a boil, add some cinnamon, add some agave syrup or honey. I also added a little bit of coconut oil and also lots of pepper. I let it cool out like a tiny bit afterwards, and then I blended it all up and strained it through a strainer. And there it is, my golden milk.
So golden. We're going.
Yes, maybe it's not like golden in the sense of gold, but come on, that's a pretty smart thing to drink. Also, I really wanted something healthy, okay? After those other days, I just needed to get some vitamins in my body, so that was great. Also, it tasted quite good.
She's strong. Knocks me out of my feet. Ah, I can feel it in my toes. It's gonna make me feel amazing.
For lunch, I have a mission. We're gonna make mac and gold, which is mac and cheese, but gold. I got me some macaroni. We're gonna cook them, and then I'm gonna make the mac and cheese sauce. Honestly, I'm also not the biggest fan of mac and cheese. I always think it tastes kind of bland, but in this case, this is what we have to do. It's necessary for this day. So we're gonna melt a lot of butter, and we're gonna make a roux, basically, and add some flour, and yeah, just mix it up. Then you're gonna add lots of paprika powder. I also added a little bit of mustard, and then fill it up with milk. Slowly, very slowly.
Mann, meine Hello Kitty ist verstopft oder so.
then salt and pepper, and then you're gonna add all of your cheese. Add your cheese of choice. I think it would be better if it's like a bit of a more flavorsome cheese, like Gruyere, old Gouda, I don't know. Just add whatever cheese you want. That cheese sauce you're gonna pour over your mac and cheese. Well, over your mac, sorry. Mix it all together. And then I bought this gold metallic liquid that honestly smelled horribly. Like it smelled like I should not put this in my mouth. I'm pretty sure it was meant to be eaten, but sorry, I could not do this. It stinks so much. It literally smells like paint. It looked very scary, I don't know. So I decided to put lots and lots of gold glitter on there. Honestly, that looked so cool. Like it was so satisfying to just glitter it up. There was glitter everywhere, but hell yeah, it looked crazy. Kind of forgot that I also need to add more cheese on top. So once the cheese is melted, it's gonna look like liquid gold. I'm so sure. I think it's almost empty. Hell yeah. Cool. I put it into the oven and baked it for a little bit. Just look at my mac and gold. It's crazy. I also had some edible gold flakes. Honestly, I'm not so sure if these were edible. I think actually not. That did not stop me from just putting them on there. I'm still alive, so we're okay. I think we're good. I just really wanted to go that extra mile and I just put gold flakes on it, like golden paper. I don't know. Yeah, that is my mac and gold right there. It was a bit bland, but that's obviously not the fault of the gold. I think I can just improve on my mac and cheese. But again, I think all mac and cheeses are kind of bland. It was okay. It was definitely edible. It was not a bad dish, but the gold glitter was everywhere and on the toilet as well. Also, at the end of the day, it's kind of boring because for dinner, I literally just reheated my mac and gold because I made so much and I didn't want to waste all of it. So I just ate it again. Sue me. For my little late night snack, I found this golden caramel Magnum ice cream. Damn, it was actually really good. I knew that this was going to be good. I had it before, and isn't it great that it's gold? I love that for us. So that was a great way to end my golden day. Hi, it's a different Naomi now. I had to stop filming the other day because I needed to go to rehearsals. So I was splitting this up. This is a new Naomi. This is a new day. Technically, this won't change anything about the content of this video. I'm just giving you a little context why I look like this now. Our next unconventional color is... feels so wrong to say. Black is really not a color, but my art teacher is quaking when I'm saying this. For black, I have to say it was actually not that hard to find a good breakfast. Because when I think of the color black, I think of Oreos. I didn't just want to eat Oreos. I wanted to make an Oreo mug cake because I like mugs.
I like mugs.
I feel like Oreo mug cakes were also quite trendy a couple of years ago. I'm almost pretty sure that I also made it in one video before, but it's been some time, so I had to look up the recipe. So you put 3 to 4 Oreos into your mug. 1 cup of milk, I think it was. That's too much. I think it's a 1/4 cup of milk. Then a tablespoon of flour, a tablespoon of sugar, a tablespoon of cocoa powder, and don't forget your teaspoon of baking soda or baking powder. I never know the difference. This is the quickest little cake that we're gonna make right here. Pretty black, if you ask me. One more. We're also gonna press 1 last Oreo in the center before we put it into the microwave. Microwave time. I don't know for how long I put it in there. 1 minute 40? I didn't want it to be cooked like all the way or baked, whatever you do in the microwave, because I do like it to be a little gooey ooey. And I did actually achieve that. That was a very gooey Oreo mug cake. It was very delicious actually. It was like still a little soft, a little underbaked, but I like it like that. What a great breakfast. There's nothing else to say. And now when we get to the other meals of the day, I have to say it gets a bit harder. But I did find a very interesting recipe, which I thought I can blackify. That sounds very wrong. I apologize. Please don't cancel me. I wanted to make curry, black curry, using basically only black ingredients. First off, we're gonna cut our ingredients, which is an onion. We're gonna actually dye from this onion, and it's always tough out here. Some garlic. I know that this isn't black. My rule is, in the end, what I put in my mouth needs to be the color. Whatever is happening before that, none of my business. What do you put in a curry? Usually like carrot, maybe potato, sweet potato, but that's all not black. I know that I just said whatever I put in there, as long as it's black at the end. Those vegetables, it's just too bright. Even if there's like a black sauce in the end, I need to find a vegetable that's more camouflaged, you know? And my first and obvious choice was an aubergine, also called an eggplant. Aubergine? I'm so French. Yeah, technically that's also a little white from the inside, but it's literally black. Come on. It looks like a black little guinea pig. That's what I always say. I love eggplants just because of that. I'm also gonna slice up a little bit of ginger, and I thought I can press the ginger in there like the garlic with my garlic press. Brain fart, that's not working. After we pan fried the garlic, the onion, and the ginger, we're gonna add some red curry paste. Not me saying it like I make curry on a daily. I don't think I've ever made curry before, except maybe Japanese curry, but we're gonna pan fry it with the paste. Then we're gonna add the eggplant. You can also add the eggplant later, actually. I think I added it a bit too early, and then in the end it was a bit overcooked. Then I thought of something else that's black, and I found black beans. Yeah, this is me freestyling, by the way. And I found black lentils called beluga lentils. Never cooked with them before, never even looked at them before. I'm also not such a lentil girl, but for this I thought it was very fitting. Look kind of crazy, honestly, kind of gross also, but I feel like we're cooking. Forgot to film it, but I also added some tomatoes, like some tomato pieces, and some coconut milk. I know it's white, but don't worry, we got this. At this point I realized my pan is quite full. Maybe you want to get a big pot for this. You're also gonna add some veggie bouillon, and also added 2 bay leaves, I think. And then you're just gonna let it simmer for about 30 minutes. That's gonna be like the time when the lentils are cooked through. By this point, I was hoping that once the lentils were cooked and the beans fused with the rest, that it's gonna turn more black. We're hoping right here. Then after like 25 minutes of this boiling cooking, I realized that my stove heat was turned on too high.
Ich hab das angebrannt. Scheiße.
And it kind of burnt in the pan, like the bottom burned, but that's okay. I just transferred it to a pot and everything was great. Look at the color of this. Look at it. This is almost black, okay? This is giving black. Okay, it's maybe giving brown also, but we're not done yet. While this is boiling, you can already boil your rice that you want with it. And in this case, obviously we're going with black rice. It's called black Piedmont rice. Piedmont. And that is really some dark rice. I feel like it's more like dark red. And now we're gonna assemble everything, and I have to say, together with the rice, I think my curry looked pretty black. We're gonna top it off with a little bit of lime, and honestly, that was a good curry, if I do say so myself.
I think it's pretty black.
I'm not the biggest curry fan. It's not like my first choice of comfort food, but I kind of liked this one. That was kind of improvised. It is definitely the blackest curry that you can possibly make out there without adding any food coloring. And also I want to mention that Vincent said it's literally the best thing I've ever made. So
Yo, Naomi, this is the best thing you've ever made.
I mean, it's also Vincent's taste. He loves curries, but I take the compliment. Look at me getting so good at cooking. After the black curry, I wanted another snack, and I actually found this juicy, stinky tofu. This is literally what it says on the packaging. It's not my words.
Juicy.
This is some black tofu. I've never heard of it before, but I think it's also very much a staple in the Chinese kitchen or like in the street food areas. And I really didn't think that you could just buy it here somewhere, but I found it. I think it's actually fermented tofu, and then it's also usually fried, and then also added some chili sauce, some spices. This is how it's eaten.
It reminds me a little bit of La Chow. I think it's like a similar seasoning.
Because it did taste really good. It tasted so much like chili. It didn't stink at all. I don't know why it has the name, because like it literally smelled good. I don't know. I really enjoyed this tofu actually. And I also found this snack made of black sesame seeds. It was very hard. I think I might have chipped 1 or 2 teeth while eating this, but it was good. It was just like sweet black sesame bar. Really good afternoon snacks right here. And now for dinner, we're gonna make pasta. We need black pasta. Well, kind of like a black sauce. So I also found this mushroom truffle sauce online, and it looked pretty black to me. I mean, truffles are also black, it makes sense. And I also found this pasta that is like infused with squid ink. So this is why it turns black. It tastes a little tiny bit fishy. So first off, I'm gonna boil the pasta and then I'm gonna add some butter, add some garlic, and then this truffle mushroom sauce that I found online. And also I wanted to be super fancy. I found actual truffles online. So we're gonna put on the tartufi neri. I've never had black truffles. I think I only had the white ones. I don't know if they taste much different. So we cut ourselves some pieces of that and put it on top of our black pasta. And this is the dinner. I think I popped off with this one. It didn't just look kind of cool. It also tasted really good. Obviously I didn't make the sauce myself, but cut me some slack. This was a really good sauce by itself. Like it was very like salty and flavorsome, just delicious. The only thing that I didn't need on there was the black truffle. I didn't like the taste of the black truffle. Kind of a waste to spend so much money on this truffle because truffle is expensive. Like this dinner was expensive as hell. My drink of choice for this food was black currant juice because it had the name black in it. So I thought it was going to be black. It was actually kind of dark red. In the right lighting, it definitely looked black. So guys, are you still with me? Are you still here? Yeah, are we still going strong? Because now actually comes the day that I feared the most. It is the transparent day. Yeah, transparent is definitely a very unconventional color. It made its way in here because I wanted to challenge myself. You might think, what even do you want to eat on this day? Air. That's exactly what I did. I was very hungry that day. So for breakfast, I was thinking that I want to go into a bread direction again. Because you know, you have bread for breakfast, right? And in this case, I wanted to make transparent bread. I can't believe it, but I did actually find a recipe for transparent bread. If it works, I don't know. So you need 650 milliliters or grams of mineral water still. Then you need this product called arrowroot. Never heard of this before, only bought it for this. Use 20 grams of that. And then also you need 20 grams of potato starch. For this one, apparently the measurements are very important. So make sure you get your measurements right. I did. You just put all of these 3 ingredients together and then you start boiling the water. Honestly, it started looking really suspicious at this point. It also looked quite cloudy at the beginning, but once it started simmering and boiling, then it turned less cloudy and more transparent. And now, well, I had some issues with the molds that I'm gonna put it in because you basically have your dough ready now, okay? You're supposed to pour it into a silicone rectangular mold. I didn't have that, so I just used these muffin molds that were not made from silicone. I think you really need silicone for this one. But don't worry, I also found a silicone mold and put the rest in this one. So we have 2 options and see which one works better. Now comes the baking part. So here's the issue. You do need a fan oven for this, which I have. Unfortunately, the fan function in my oven is broken. Like since I moved into this apartment, I've never used it because every time I used it, it didn't actually bake. Somehow I was not sure anymore. I thought maybe I gaslit myself because I haven't actually used the fan option for so long. So I was like, okay, we're gonna use it for this one and see if it works. So you're gonna put it into the oven for 90 minutes at 170 degrees Celsius. Do not open the oven during those 90 minutes. Actually, do not even open it after those 90 minutes because then you're going to turn the heat down to 140 degrees Celsius and you're going to bake it for another 45 minutes. So this is what we have to do in theory. Let's see how it turned out in practice. So fun fact, while I was baking, the power went out. So yes, I have no power. I cannot keep baking my bread. It's been in there for like 90 minutes, but I realized it's not done yet. And then I would also have to leave it in the oven for like 45 minutes on like lower heat. Can't do that now because I got no power. Good timing. What do I do now? At this point, it's past breakfast time, that I can tell you. We're back. Oh no, my bread. I don't even know if it's done, to be honest. Do these look done to you? They didn't really rise up. Is this done? I don't know. Okay, it has been another 45 minutes. I really am not sure. By the way, the other one that I made, it was not even remotely done, so I put it up on this tray. I'm not sure if we will succeed on the clear bread departure. Okay, so the issue is, if you see this, you might think it's done, but it's literally just the top layer, and underneath it's still like gooey. I don't know if I should try another batch. Already been in the oven for so long, I'm actually starving. Why did this not do anything? It's just jiggle pudding. Maybe the other one
my bigger bread in the silicone is gonna work out, but I doubt it. I'm so hungry. I'm gonna starve today.
Much later.
It has been so long. Look at the fucking time. This is supposed to be my breakfast.
It's been in there for so long. Because it just didn't want to bake.
Oh, what the fuck is that? Oh my god, I made cling foil. Hello? That's the type of bread that I like. That's my version of a sour bread dough. I made plastic, but organic. Well, cheers to my breakfast at 7 p.m. Want a bite? I mean, I have to admit, this is probably the crunchiest thing that I ever ate in my whole life. It's a little chewy here. I think it didn't cook all the way through. Is this exact spot. It doesn't feel edible. It feels like I'm eating plastic, straight up plastic, which I have to say is an experience in itself. I wasn't hungry at all. Anyway, you know? Y'all wish your sourdough looked like this. First time making bread. So I really think my biggest issue was my oven, because it didn't really bake, and then once I realized it didn't really bake, nothing was right anymore, so I didn't even know for how long to put it in. It was horrible. And then I obviously also didn't use the fan option anymore. I just used my normal Ober-Unterhitze. Guys, this bread was traumatizing. I don't want to talk about it. I'm sure I never make clear bread again. I mean, why would I? Let's carry on with lunch, even though technically we obviously ate this bread for a little bit later than we had anticipated. Doesn't matter. Carry on. So for lunch, we're gonna make tokoruten, which is basically Japanese jelly noodles. By the name you already know, it's gonna be translucent. I did actually make jelly noodles before, but it was like coffee jelly, and this time it's just gonna be jelly noodles without any flavor. So in order to make jelly noodles, all you need is agar-agar powder, which is like gelatin but plant-based. And you're gonna mix that with water, and that's it. Yeah, it's gonna be so flavorsome. You're also gonna boil it, obviously, and you're gonna fill it into a container of choice. So I'm just gonna put it into a very flat baking tray.
It smells really bad. How it can smell bad? Because it's literally nothing.
And there it's just gonna chill for a couple of hours in your fridge, somewhere where it's a little cold, so it can set. And it did actually work. Look at that. I just had troubles getting it out.
Scheiße. Au! Ich hab meinen Finger geklemmt. Aua!
But I think that looks really cool. And now I'm just gonna try to cut the not too thick pieces of noodles.
Wow. It's a bit of a thick noodle though.
And I think I did very well. I had to get into it, but I thought it looked so fascinating, the noodles that I was making.
That is crazy.
They actually turn out perfect, in my opinion. These noodles are usually eaten with a very light sauce made of soy sauce and rice vinegar. I did also make this sauce, okay? I know it's brown, but technically if you pour it over the noodles, they're still translucent. You want me to have at least a little bit of taste, okay? I really tried liking this, okay? But since I'm such a strong texture person, I couldn't do it. Maybe the flavor was okay, but like the texture, it was so bad. I physically could not eat this. I'm so sorry. What the fuck is this day already?
It's so bad.
Mind you that this was technically my breakfast, because baking the bread took so long that this was basically the first thing that I've eaten that day, but technically I didn't really eat it, so I was hungry. I didn't find any snacks really that I could eat instead. Maybe you guys know something. Please leave some suggestions down in the comments. But for dinner, we're gonna bend the rules a tiny bit, but we're still gonna make something translucent, okay? It's just not as translucent as the rest that I tried in this video. I was thinking that I wanna make vermicelli. They're also very translucent, well, at least when you cook them. Vermicelli are also just made of rice starch. I think that's it. But they're translucent. I'm also gonna cut an onion, hear me out, because obviously an onion is like white, but once you pan fry it, they're turning more translucent. Yeah.
need some flavor, guys. Please, please, I need some flavor. And you know what else is translucent? Rice paper, at least once it's wet. Kind of translucent. Come on. So we're gonna make a burrito, or like a summer roll technically, but I would consider it more like a translucent burrito. I don't want to talk about it. Let's just go through it quickly because I can't even look at this. So we're gonna wet our rice paper, and then we're gonna put on our vermicelli. Then top it off with your now translucent onions. This is me just proving to you that it's translucent. Look, you can basically look through it. And then I connected them, and there it is. This is my big, kind of translucent summer roll burrito. And now we need to make a sauce. Honestly, I'm trying to remember what I put into the sauce because this was very improvised. I just tried to only put see-through stuff in there. So we have water, lots of salt, lots of sugar, lots of vinegar. I just kept on adding. And then one last thing that I added was MSG, because obviously MSG is like making the taste stronger at least. I think I needed that with my water sauce. I also added some potato starch again to make it a little thicker because I wanted kind of a thicker consistency. That was difficult because that made it like kind of not translucent anymore. It was kind of milky then, but I really needed the sauce to be a thicker consistency. So this is my sauce. Don't even talk to me. Don't talk to me. Let's eat our dinner. We're gonna dip the summer roll into the sauce. Yeah. Immediately I was dying. Not even because it was so bad. I just really breathed in the vinegar of the sauce. I put so much vinegar in it. I'm very fully aware that it looks absolutely ferocious, horrible, nightmare-inducing the way I eat this summer roll burrito. But I was so hungry, okay? I really gobbled this thing up like there was no tomorrow. This was the first real thing that I've eaten that day, so I took it. It was fine. It was not even that bad. I don't know if it was because I was so hungry, but the sauce that I made, it wasn't so bad.
I don't hate this.
Like I said, I did go overboard with the vinegar, but for the fact that what I was doing, it wasn't that bad. I literally finished this. I said I don't want to talk about it. It's actually crazy to be saying this, but my sauce is actually good. What the hell? Sour, sweet, salty, well, all the three ingredients that I added. And the MSG is making it all come together. I'm gonna eat the rest of the noodles with this. Oh, fucking god. Fucking amazing. And then this might also seem a little random, but as a snack, I then had my transparent bread, dipped it into my sauce. It was honestly okay. The transparent bread, I think we can't even call it bread at this point. It was just like a very chewy cracker, maybe? It had absolutely no flavor, but like I said, my sauce was actually not that bad. It was kind of banging. So I just used up my leftover sauce and actually ate my bread that I made all day long. And then finally, to end this day with a little bit of flavor, I found this clear strawberry drink. Oh, it was so good. It was ice cold. I love me some strawberry, obviously. And then finally, I had some real flavor on my tongue. No, that was great. What a day, guys. What a day. I'm kind of proud of myself that I managed this day. I didn't really get full that day. It was very sparse when it came to actually eating stuff. But that's the translucent day. Now we're already at our last day of this video, and I'm so happy. You don't even know. We're gonna finish this video with Grade, which was also not super easy because there's also not so much food out there that is gray unless it's maybe expired. So we're gonna start with our breakfast, and for this one I was also thinking a little bit out of the box because I found these gray silver bowls, which you basically use for cake decoration. I know they're also silver, obviously, but I don't have a silver day, so I'm kind of like combining the silver and the gray. So technically silver is also just gray with a little bit of shimmer. So I wanted to make a cereal with these bowls, and I did that. The balls, I didn't really know what to expect. I thought they were gonna be like chocolate balls. They were, just with lots of silver on the outside. And I added some milk. I obviously also wanted the milk to be gray, so I added some sesame powder for like sesame lattes. Come on, guys. This is a pretty gray breakfast. The silver of the balls very quickly dissolved, so they turned white. But since the milk was very gray, everything was still gray. okay? It was actually not bad. Like I said, those were chocolate balls, not really good chocolate balls, like you can't compare it to Maltesers or anything. Technically, it was still a good breakfast. I mean, is this a breakfast? I don't really think so. For me, it is. For a lot of people, it isn't. It was a little bit questionable here and there, but overall edible. I was sick afterwards, like many times during this week, but this was okay. What was not okay was my lunch, because I thought, what else is gray that is savory? And I came to the conclusion that it is fish, in particular sardines. I did find sardines online. I've never heard of these before. I just thought they look high quality, they look good, classic design, so what can go wrong? I do like sardines, and they are in fact gray, as you can see, at least the skin. I also actually found gray crackers. Can you believe it? These gluten-free exotic rice toast whole grain crackers. That's a mouthful. Technically, they look a little more purple than gray, but it's a very gray purple, or a purple gray. It's a purple gray. And then I just put the sardines on there. Unfortunately, these sardines were absolutely disgusting to me. I don't even know why. Maybe it was because of the combination with the oil, or the fact that there were still bones in there. It was just absolutely horrific, this lunch. What was not horrific though was the crackers. I did really enjoy the crackers. They kind of just tasted like rice crackers. I did not really get full though with this lunch, because I just couldn't eat those sardines. Help, SOS. There must be better ones out there. These were just not for me. If you can see my drink here, I did make a matcha with chocolate milk, because I thought the green in combination with the brown is gonna get gray. It is kind of grayish, but like a gray green, okay? Let a girl drink something. So for dinner, I actually got very creative. You guys know how when you open up an avocado and you put it into the fridge, then it turns like brown grayish after some days because of the oxidization. That was my way of thinking for my dinner. I wanted to make avocado sauce, and I did, but I did that like 3 days ago before this gray day. For this avocado sauce, I literally just blended up some avocados, a little bit of garlic, some Parmesan, some salt, some pepper. Usually I would add lemon to this sauce, but I know that lemon kind of prevents avocado from going gray. It's just gonna be a very basic sauce. Then you gotta put this sauce into your fridge and just leave it there. Actually, don't leave it there. You have to take it out once a day and stir it around so the gray bits that have formed at the top get mixed down, and like the green bits turn gray now that are down there. You know, you just have to like give it a chance to fully grayify. I'm not really sure you should actually keep a sauce in that fridge for that long. I think 3 days is really the maximum. You really have to make sure that it's not bad at this point. Like, smell it, taste a little bit. Because the fact that there's garlic in there, you have to be careful with botulism. That can happen when you just store it in the fridge for a couple of days. Try this at your own risk. I'm sure nobody will ever try this. I did though. I'm still alive, thank God. It's time to assemble our dinner. I just made
Grey pasta.
and this is what my sauce looked like. It's, yeah, it still has obviously this green tint, and then the pasta is also like a little yellow. But overall, I'm pretty sure you can consider this a gray fucking pasta. It definitely looks gross, so I think I achieved this. I have to say it was actually a little bland. Well, my avocado sauce, like you saw, it didn't have a lot of ingredients in it. Usually I would also add basil leaves, lemon, a bit more Parmesan. It was not bad though. It still tasted good. Otherwise I wouldn't even have eaten it, obviously. I had to add a little more salt, but it was definitely edible. It was okay. I'm not the proudest of this one, but it happened. And we're gonna end this day with a sesame pudding. I purposely took this for the gray day though, because I knew like it was gonna turn more gray, because black sesame turns gray, at least if it's like a powder. I've never seen this dessert before. I found it at the grocery store and I thought this is the way I want to end this video. You literally just mix it with hot boiling water, stir it around, let it rest for a little bit, and there you have it. Unfortunately, this was absolutely gross because the texture was like, it was kind of watery. I think I added too much water, even though I added the exact water that I was told. Taste-wise, this really wasn't good. It was horrible. Don't buy this. I can't believe this is how I'm ending this video, with this dessert. That was everything. That was all the 7 days of eating non-colors. Like I said, it was a lot. I really got creative. It was very challenging. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think it turned out really fun. Also a little cursed. I'm sorry for a lot of these. Here's my official apology. Like you guys probably know, I'm going on tour in a week actually when this video comes out. So I won't be at home at all. And I'm trying to pre-film a little bit, but I obviously also can't film a lot in the moment because it's rehearsal every day. Whenever I will find the time, I will try to film, I will try to edit, but it is very tough to do that while I'm on tour. So please excuse me if there won't be a lot of videos in the next month. But I have good news. After the tour, there will be a trip. Mama is going to Korea again and Japan, and I have the coolest video ideas for this time. So I will definitely spam the videos after the tour. Please forgive me. Also, maybe you're also coming to my tour. Then I can make it up to you in person. If you know what I mean. I know I said it a lot of times in this video, but it is just my life essence at the moment. I can only think tour, tour, tour. I wake up with tour, I go to bed with tour. I know that it doesn't affect every one of you. Some of you just want to see me eat expired gray pasta. If you want to see something really cool, you're coming to my tour. I would love to see you guys in the comments and tell me some more ideas for some certain foods that I could have eaten in this video. Because I don't know if I thought of everything. I feel like there could be more, and maybe I'll film a part 2 of this. You never know. Anyway, this is it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye. Love you so much. See you on tour.